Alright, let's get some allies rolling. We will play first. This hand is a keeper. It's a very nice aggressive hand, actually. I don't know what our opponent is on, of course, but depending on what he is, he could get run over very fast. Or he could go like bolt, bolt. And then we have a much worse hand. But this is the sort of thing where if our opponent is trying to not interact, and he's trying to sort of do his own thing, it is unlikely that whatever he's doing is faster than what we're doing. Unless it's affinity, basically. But you say something that's Merfolk, or so this is a faster hand than Zoo. Although Zoo can interact with blocking. But like Obs on Company, Mana Dork decks, we're just going to be turboing out right here, and we have Path to Exile to even back it up with a little bit of disruption, and then when we get there, this guy at the top to make sure they punch through. All in all, basically a Coom Fire. The thing to take away from this is a Coom Battlesinger is just nutty. It's so good. It does so much damage. It's Reckless Bushwhacker, but more. Because it triggers every ally. This hand has a couple bad draws. Obviously, things we can't cast off 2 mana, which is probably like 10 spells in our deck, are not good, but yep, that is what I had in mind when I said that. That's fine. It's hard to complain about a collected company, right? So assuming we do draw lands and the game goes along, this will be great. Looks like our opponent is likely going to bolt down the Expedition Envoy. We get in for 2. Nope, he just wanted to get his fetch out of the way. Always yield, always yes. Take 3. So what does Wooded Foothills Stomping Ground tapped mean? Followed by this. I don't know. Kiki Chord maybe? Play the, it's way too early to guess what my opponent is, but let's guess anyways. Oh, there's a Tarmogoyf involved. So I think that the plan is going to be to play this Battle Singer. I don't think he'll block with his Goyf. Although we could just path the Goyf now and get in for 10. I don't think it's worth it though. If he chooses to block with Goyf, then we'll path and we'll have done less damage. Maybe, if that's what we're going to do, maybe we just do it. But I mean, it's also very likely he just decides, hey, I want my Goyf. Yeah, I mean, his path to winning probably involves having a Goyf. Then again, no, I'm just going to path it. I'm going to path it because I know we get a follow-up with this Fire Mantle Mage for probably lethal, even if he does have some sort of nice follow-up here. Unless that follow-up is a sweeper of some sort, which is unlikely. Just having him at 5 life, playing this, and just winning the game on the spot on turn 4 is pretty good. I obviously don't like giving him the land and letting him do something, but there's a lot of, even that extra mana, there's a lot of 4-cost cards here that do not save him. For instance, if he lets this resolve before killing our guys, which he probably won't, say we get a bunch of triggers. So each one of these are going to be 3/1s because they're each going to trigger off of this. It just seems like he may have gotten straight aggroed out. Okay, I'm coming in. What do you... He hasn't scooped, and he hasn't cast anything. Resto Angel? That does not save you. What could it be? Nothing. It's nothing. Okay. Well, yeah, that's just the turn 4 kill right there. That was pretty solid, as a matter of fact. Let's move on to sideboarding, where we don't know what our opponent is doing, but we know that he's not playing some sort of burn type thing, which means I want access to a Gideon. We've not had to go too deep into the sideboard in most of the games. The main deck's just very tight. I suspect after this we may want Return to the Ranks or something, but right now it's just not enough to know what he's playing. But I suppose we'll find out in this one. Probably won't have the turn 4 kill again. The crazy thing about that hand is, I mean, lots of decks can theoretically kill on turn 4. The difference is that, unlike something like Goblins or whatever that kills on turn 4, we have the Collected Company backup plan, which is great on turn 10. You know, this deck is... Akun Battlesinger is absurd. This deck is a lot of fun. But I think we're going to have to work a little more for it this game. I think that's probably safe to say. Well, it's a keep. I say we're not going to kill him on turn 4. Now, this is less damage than something like Battle Singers, but we're a land. We don't necessarily get to cast the Dromoku's command easily. Oh, speak of the Battle Singer, and it will arrive. Well, I'm going to play 2 Expedition Envoys next turn. Then I'm going to play this Battle Singer, and I think I'm just going to attack. Opponent's on double Hierarch. We have the ability to cast our Dromoku's command now, too. Later in the game. Our opponent's on the 1-land double mana Dork hand. Well, this is a lot of damage. We can play Battle Singer next turn and attack for 11. Probably just play the Survivalist, though. And then kill him the turn after, in theory. Savannah Lions. 2016 Savannah Lions. It does seem like our opponent is on Kiki Cord, for what it's worth. It's odd that he did not do much last game, but it seems like he's likely on Kiki Cord. Huh. Huh. Our opponent's playing Bonfire of the Damned, guys. And he hardcasts Bonfire for 1. Alright. That was pretty good. That one might be hard to come back from. That said, we're going to do our best. We have a Survivalist, we have 2 removal spells, we have Battle Singer, and we're actually pretty okay here. As okay as you can possibly be after getting 3 for 1 by Bonfire. Jeez. What is this? Goyf, Finks, Knight. He's just on a Zoo deck. Okay, so we're going to pass the Knight. Can I fetch a Plains here? Or do I need to get the Sacred Foundry? I think I can get a Plains. We have everything we need. Alright, we'll path the Knight, we'll untap, we'll Dromoku's command the Lava Man. And hopefully draw a land in Battle Singer as well. Our opponent is certainly going to have more cards than us, though. Yeah. Drew a land. Alright, Lava Man down. We'll get in for 3, but our opponent has so many cards and we do not. We need Collected Companies. Yeah, we're fighting. I guess we know in the future that we can use this against Bonfire of the Damned. We can prevent all the damage it would deal this turn. Alright, let's get on in there for 3. Well, Battle Singer will... Now, I guess the one argument there was is if we were to draw a second red spell. So, that may have been a mistake. Oh, we're just getting bolted out of the game. Alright, its companies are bust now. Knight number 2. Just the old Tarmogoyf. Okay. I think he's not on Kiki Cord. He's just on a zoo deck. Alright, let's get the Evangel out here. Blocks Athalia. Awkwardly, we can't cast Collected Company if we draw it now. I think maybe I was supposed to take 2 damage earlier and take the Sacred Foundry instead of the Plains. Because it would mean that if we draw a Bushwhacker or Battle Singer, we could do that, and now we do not have that option. I don't know that it's going to matter anyways. Our opponent is so far ahead of us, but yep, feel quite dead. Yeah, he's only drawn 2 lances this entire game because we pathed him into one of them. So his hand was just all good. There's another land, but his hand was just all gas all the time. Can I play this and not die? Am I better off townshipping my guys so that I can block here, take 6 and not die? I mean, playing this doesn't do anything, and it means we can't, we can block here, take 7 and not die. And then township after that. I guess that's the play. Sure, why not? I guess it matters because we can take 7. We take 7, go to 1, then we hope to draw Collected Company. Now that I know what our opponent is playing, we can sideboard a lot better. We can board out. Like Evangel doesn't seem as good here in this matchup. I want more Gideons. I wouldn't mind Return to the Ranks if we know he's playing Bonfire. Did he just draw something good? Yep, that'll do it. It's a pretty good one. Oh my god, we were going to draw the company. 1, 2, 3. And then we were going to company into Blade Master and Freeblade. Freeblade to chump here, Blade Master. That's about as close to trying out of this as we were going to get. All right, so let's look at the sideboard here. I think the Evangels are less important. I actually think the Bushwhacker is a little less important. I still want access to some of those things. What I want is the Gideon. I want the Lantern Scout back in. Probably have access to 1 Return to the Ranks. Seems like there's going to be a lot of trading going on. We want to be able to go to the top. I think Gideon is going to be great here. This is a keep. Again, 4 lands not ideal, but in this case the 4 lands are, well, the ally encampment at least is a thing, and we have the company, so the company is very good in the matchup. This is sort of a nice deck from our opponent here, just actual sort of big zoo, maybe you'd call it. Just sort of Naya value creatures. Blast from the past, as it were. Decks like this in Extended used to be very good. You sort of had the option of going Tribal Flame Zoo with a bunch of Curt Apes or whatever, or sort of the Night of the Reliquary Zoo decks with Noble Hierarchs and Finks, and it would actually go up to Baneslayer Angel on the top end. Looks like our opponent's in the tank with his mulligan decision. I wonder if he plays Collected Company. He probably does. It's probably just a Naya Company deck. Seems good. Kibler top-8'd Pro Tour Awesome with this way back in the day, which is sort of a, it's a Kibler deck, right? But with something that looked very similar to what our opponent is playing here. We have a nice curve. Freeblade into Survivalist is pretty good. It's sort of the best long game start because they grow into threats of their own, whereas something like the Expedition Envoys are very nice at getting that real fast, aggressive start, but they don't grow, they don't scale with the game. If I had the option, I would actually play 8 Free Blades before I played 4 Expedition Envoys. But this is a board it doesn't get easily bonfired. It's something he kind of has to deal with one at a time, and even if he has the bolt for one, the others are still going to do something. What is this? Okay. Well, we've been blood mooned. We hope to God we rip the 1 forest off the top of our deck and just cast companies and win. We are very locked out otherwise. There's red cards we could draw. This hand, oh my gosh, this game was going to be so hard to lose with these companies too. It'd be so difficult to lose with 2 collected companies. This is a disaster. Basically anything but Blood Moon. Would have taken him killing both of our guys before I take getting Blood Mooned. We have red card. We do have red allies we can draw, but we're going to draw Expedition Envoys instead. Oh, it feels bad. It feels bad, man. Didn't see it in games 1 or 2. Was actually impossible to play around it because we didn't fetch or anything this game. So, I think we're just dead. Our opponent has the dream. Man, that was a blowout. We have 2 planes we can... I'll say we have 2 planes we can draw and play these guys, but no, we're just dead. And we'll start the blocks here, I guess. See if he chooses to come in with everything this time. Yep. Sure. Do you have a bolt? You have a bolt. I guess I won't scoop. We might hit that one out. We have that 1 in 48 chance of drawing a forest. Is maybe I should have double blocked the Finks. It doesn't particularly matter because we are enormous. It does matter. Oh my gosh. I'm so bad now. I feel so stupid now. I could have double blocked the Finks and we would have at least traded with it. I don't know that. I think it might be too late. He has too many guys. I think he has too many guys. And we're gonna whiff anyways. Oh man. To be fair, it doesn't actually matter. There are no. I mean, he gets in for 2 and hits us for 6 anyways. All right. Blood Moon very good against allies. Good game, man. That's a lesson to be learned. Play around the Blood Moon if you can. We just didn't even have an opportunity to in that game, so that's unfortunate.